IGA Meals and Minutes with Courtney Wise.
We're still sticking to those New Year's promises we made to ourselves, resolving to eat more healthy foods. But that doesn't mean we have to sacrifice taste. Courtney is getting some expert advice today in the IGA kitchen.
That's right, Laura. We are. We're trying to help everyone stick to those New Year's resolutions if you're dieting or if you just really want to eat better. And Amy Tobin's here from Dole. She's really kind of a foodie. You know, I use that word a lot here on the show. She's one of their culinary experts, and she has a great salad plan today.
I do. I'm so excited to share it with you.
Yes.
And I've been having so much fun with you
Yes,
here,
I
too.
know. She's awesome.
Well, you know, we were talking about the fact that the Dole salad packages are a wealth of information right there in the store.
Okay, the first second that she walked in, she taught me something because, you know, I'm a label reader, and I say that all the time on the show because I want people to make sure that they're reading the ingredients and stuff like that, but I did not realize what this was. So why don't you explain it while we get a shot of it?
Okay, well, each package is really a resource. It's going to tell you exactly, it's got a salad guide first. So if you like your salad to be a little bit mild or bold, there's a scale that'll tell you. So you know what kind of flavor you're going to get, and the same goes with crunch.
Yeah, crunch. I mean, people like a crunchy salad. Well, I mean, for the most part. I mean, I suppose there are people out there that don't, but this one's a 5. I love it, and that's Romaine, the classic Romaine. You get that crunch when you bite into it. Add some nuts and you're good.
Exactly. But the thing is, what we want to do is encourage you to explore and enjoy other kinds of salads by checking out this guide. And you said to me, oh, I know what I like. Well, the thing is, if you like a really crunchy salad, you can look at the other blends and you can see what else is crunchy and learn some new ideas.
And you get to see some ideas on the back. And this one particularly is the oregano and lemon vinaigrette. We're not making this on the show, but you know, I know again that I'm reading labels all the time in the store, and I'm like, well, gosh, I have that at home. I can just make that up tonight, right?
Exactly. So not only is there always a recipe, but then there's also a pairs well with guide on the front that tells you what this goes great with.
Such a good idea.
And you know, I always say you got to plan. You got to go into the grocery store with a plan. You want to cruise the perimeter of your IGA and get your really good stuff. And that's where the healthy things are. The produce department, the deli, the dairy, where you're going to get all of those great ingredients for your family.
And you know what? Look in your refrigerator, because you actually might have a lot of these in your refrigerator right now because it's snowing outside, it's cold, you may not want to go out. So what is in this salad? And let's go ahead and kind of put it together.
Totally seasonal. So as you say, there's definitely stuff you've got. But we're going to make a little dressing today.
Love it.
I know, homemade dressing is really easy to make. It shouldn't be daunting to people, and this one's actually pretty low calorie.
Good.
And it starts with light sour cream.
Okay.
And you know, that's one way that you can reduce the fat and calories in all of your recipes is look for the light and low fat versions.
Okay.
Then flavor. Add it wherever you can, and in this case we're doing a little apple cider vinegar.
Little kick for you.
Little kick.
I love it.
Yes, definitely. And then we're going to sweeten it, because what goes better with apples and pecans and a little bit of maple syrup?
Bit of sweet.
And then to me, I don't go anywhere without Dijon mustard. I kid you not, I'd like to keep it in my purse.
Well, you should. I love it. I love it too.
It's great when it's in a dressing. It's great when it is brushed onto meats and chickens, and of course in your sandwiches, and it's so good.
Well, have you noticed though that people kind of don't really like to make their vinaigrettes, because I think that they do think it's daunting, but I mean, that took 2 seconds.
Well, this is a creamy dressing, and we're going to add just a little bit of oil, and you know, this whole thing, 2 tablespoons of a vegetable, or you could even use a light olive oil.
Now, it smells really good, by the way.
Good.
It does.
And you get all that creamy sort of satisfaction over your salad. Now here's the deal, you do want to give a little bit of salt and pepper, and I think that when people ask me the secrets to great cooking, it's salt and pepper. Don't forget it.
I agree. And when people start grabbing for the salt and pepper on the table, you know you didn't put enough in there, right?
Exactly, exactly. So here's our dressing, and I've got some that's already made. And then the ingredients. This is where we can create our own salad. Exactly, with either what you like, or what's in season, or what's in your pantry. I mentioned at your IGA, you want to go around the perimeter, get all your healthy ingredients. This is ham from the deli.
Deli ham. So just ask for a couple slices.
Exactly.
And slice it up nicely.
Exactly.
Okay.
Pecans, you've done your holiday baking.
Yes, so you might have some extra.
And
you
if
know
you
what?
don't,
I love
keep
pecans
them there.
anyways.
Yeah.
And did you just kind of crush them up a little bit?
Okay, you want
just
to toast them just a bit.
Oh, you did toast them.
Toasting them. Think about a piece of white bread and a piece of white toast. Which has more flavor?
Toast.
Same is true with the nuts. So you definitely want to toast them. Now here's the thing. Don't wander off. This is not the time to go do something, because when you smell them,
burn them.
They're done. That's right.
Burned nuts are probably not so great. So do you just put those on a cookie sheet and stick them in?
On a cookie sheet, about 350 degrees, anywhere from about 5 to 7 minutes, and then kind of carefully chop them, because if you get all vigorous, they're going to fly around the kitchen, and we don't want that.
No, we don't want to mess, for sure.
And then the other thing is, of course, the deli did start the slicing of the ham for us, but you want to cut it into just a few more strips.
Just like they do at a restaurant. Make it pretty. Chop your apples. I love it. This is going to be really pretty. Well, we are going to put this together and toss it. And of course, you know, we like to taste everything on the show. And then she has some more tips when we come back. So don't go away, everyone. Hi again. We have just put together a really fantastic salad, and it smells great. And of course, I'm going to taste it, and maybe you're making it right alongside of us in your own kitchen, because you might have some of these ingredients at home. Now again, this is apples and toasted pecans, and then we made our own dressing, which we're going to talk a little bit more about that, right?
That's right, and the Dole Classic Romaine Salad Blend. And there are so many different options out there. If you like a little bit more tender lettuce, you could choose a different blend. But all of these flavors go together really well, I think.
Can you hear me crunching? My microphone's so close.
This
is really good, and it's sometimes your creamier salad dressings are heavy, but this is not heavy at all.
Well, you know, I think the key is you don't need that much fat. Fat definitely carries the flavor around your tongue, but you just need a little bit of it. And the other thing is, studies show 3 cups a day, if women, or anyone for that matter, eats 3 cups a day of leafy greens over the course of a year, they can passively lose 10 pounds.
And honestly, 3 cups I think is pretty easy to do.
Oh, definitely.
Because I could eat that whole set. I mean, I could eat this entire thing in one sitting. That's just me. Maybe you don't like it a whole lot, but 3 cups, that's the goal. Lose 10 pounds in a year.
In a year. Now the key is don't drown them in heavy dressings.
Right, let's not do that. We'll make your own. And this is perfect time for us to talk about this right now. Amy and I were talking earlier. She has a lot of different oils and a lot of different vinegars in her house. And so if you are just trying to figure out what you want for dinner, she can just pick and choose, right? The different combinations.
Exactly.
So what are some of the combinations that you make sometimes?
Obviously the biggest thing is you've got to have great stuff in your kitchen to be able to cook with it. And so I do have some different oils and vinegars. And you can take, let's just say you and I like to make an Italian balsamic vinaigrette, which is olive oil and balsamic vinegar, would be great on any of our Dole salad blends. But you can change that a little bit, and you can turn it into an Asian vinaigrette by using a vegetable oil and a hint of sesame oil and rice wine vinegar.
And I never would have thought about that. I think that's great. And then play with your spices too. Like if we were doing the balsamic and the oil, you could do maybe some oregano.
Dry or fresh, definitely. And then let's say you wanted to turn it into a creamy balsamic vinaigrette. A little bit of buttermilk or light sour cream, and you've all of a sudden got this creamy dressing. And you can play with those flavors with your salads too.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Anytime, I say shop with a plan, go to the grocery store with a menu plan, but you know what? You can use the resource of your Dole salad guide on the front of every package for inspired ideas for how to make your salad.
Hey, they really do have some great ideas, and I wouldn't be just saying that, and I can't believe I didn't read that before now. I just can't believe that I did that.
And the website too.
I was just going to say, go to dole.com
/salad.
So you can do that, check that out, see what other kind of tips and add-ons that you can put in your salads. Also this week on IGAmeals.com, I made a blueberry crumble, and I know blueberries aren't necessarily in season right now, but you can use frozen, so I thought that would be fun, and you can make it ahead of time, eat it for breakfast or a snack. It was really good. So again, that's IGAmeals.com. This recipe is going to be on the IGA Meals and Minutes Facebook page, so make sure to check that out. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. You are just so much information, and I'm going to scarf this salad down. Have a great day, everyone.
Go to WBKO.com/midday for IGA Crossroads locations.